Hey, good morning, good afternoon, depending on which locations you are. So before we start today's session, let me first do a test. If you can hear my voice, would you please raise your hand? Okay, thank you. Okay, let's start now. This is Li Chang from Service Manager R&D team. Today we are having this Service Manager 971 release readiness session to give you a high-level introduction about the new features, innovations, and enhancements introduced in the coming release. As usual, there is the confidential information disclaimer. Service Manager team has been continuously deliver values to customers. Here you can see the highlights during the past 3 years journey. A lot of capabilities and innovations have been developed, like the support of deployment on Azure and AWS cloud infrastructure, DevOps capability to allow a group of people developing features collaboratively in Service Manager. And in the last release of Service Manager 970, we have transformed the product to be a native 64-bit platform. We are looking forward to seeing our customers and partners to embrace and enable these new things and further appreciate your feedback to us so we can keep the momentum in the future. Here is a short agenda for today's session. This session will last for around 1 hour. The release readiness session is organized by geography. This session is specifically for customers and partners located in APJ. After this session, you would be able to watch replay in the link provided here. Here comes the highlights in this Service Manager 971 release. Firstly, we introduced a new integration solution between Service Manager and Microsoft Teams. There are many use cases, which we would elaborate detail later, have been developed out of the box. So open a new channel for both IT agent and end users to do their daily operations in a much efficient and friendly way. We also make further enhancement of the scorecard so Service Manager administrators could have more accurate monitoring and controls on a complex cluster environment. Platforms are also get evolved. Java 11 is now supported in Service Manager 971, and also a lot of effort have been invested on security areas. Platform support metrics are also updated with a recent released version from various vendors. Next, let's go through all of them one by one. The first is about the innovation idea to have integration between Service Manager and the Microsoft Teams. So I will pass this to Yana, the senior product owner, to give you all the details.
Hello everyone, I'm Yana from Service Manager team. It's my turn to introduce Teams integration. And the first one is overview. The Teams integration is a collaboration model between Service Manager and Microsoft Teams that can enable people to exchange information and can provide automated process to create and manage tickets. And in this release, we have 3 parts. The first one is major incident collaboration. It allows IT agents to open up Teams conversations from a major incident. And second one is Agent Bot. It also provides IT agents to manage service tickets in Microsoft Teams directory with commands. The third one is virtual agents, and it helps end users search for knowledge articles, check status, and submit tickets. Next slide. The first one, we can introduce Teams integration major incident Teams chat channel. This part enables IT agent to initiate a Teams conversation from a major incident, and by reviewing the incident details like incident number, title, and description, the IT agents can collaborate on the resolution in the real time. And we also provide the options to synchronize those conversations in MS Teams to Service Manager incident ticket. If we enable the option, those conversations can be synced back to the incident record. And next slide. Before introduce this, we need to have some concepts in Microsoft Teams. The left upper is the team. Major incident for sales, we call it team. Below it is the general. Microsoft support, we call this channels. And on the right, this is the message. The message includes the incident ticket, number, title, description, and some variable fields. And the last one is a reply. Under the message, the IT agents can reply to the messages with the attachments or the messages. Okay. It's a major user case for the major incident. For example, a critical point of sales service has gone, and with the IT agent identify it's a major incident, and then they can initiate a Teams collaboration from service manager to the MS Teams, and the incident details can be injected into the pre-configured Teams channel as a message, and after that they can collaborate the major incident within TMS Teams, and those replies under the message will be synchronized back. We can from the snapshot, there is a discuss on Teams button, and if the major incident is checked, the discuss on Teams button will be available. When you click discuss on Teams button, it will inject the incident related information as a message into the pre-configured channel. Here is application standard. And after that, the incident coordinator or the other users can reply with the message. Okay, next slide. Also, we can in MS Teams to click showing SM. It means if you click showing SM, the incident will be directly displayed in a new tab, and you can check the incident records. Next slide. When you reply the message with attachments, those will be synchronized back, and the attachment will be saved as an attachment, and the name is start with Teams, and it's saved in the incident record. And also you can find the replies under the message are synchronized back to the incident under the conversation tab. Also, you can search conversation in this text box with some keywords, and then you can click go. It will list the conversations which include these keywords. Okay. Also, we support smart search. If the conversation with the keywords like, for example, point, when you use smart search the point, the incident which had the keywords within the conversations will be listed here. Okay. So let's have a demo to show the major incident scenario. We can log in as an incident coordinator. This is an IT agent, and log in service manager. After it, he can go to the to-do queue to find the incident assigned to him. For example, the last one, it's when he identified this is an issue and impact for the whole site, it's a major incident as identified. So click the major incident and save. You can update the incident manager. Here you can find discuss on teams button is available. Click it and it will go to the teams. Here for the testing purpose, we can use the web application instead. And because the incident is the assignment group is the application, so we use the mapped conditions is if the assignment group is application, we can inject this message to the channel to the application standard. If the assignment group is hardware, then it will map it to the hardware standard. So in customer side, they can define the conditions for themselves. And after that, the message will be mapped to the create channels by the mapped conditions. Let's continue. When you find in the message, you can find some fields for the incident. And here we can make some replies. For example, we are working on this case, and there are some steps maybe to reproduce. This is text information. After that, you can send. Also, you can upload the attachment from your computer. For example, we can attach some steps for the text. Here you can click send. Then also you can copy paste directory for a picture, and then it will also be displayed here. And after that, it will synchronize back to the incident manager. You can click showing SM. It will pop up a new login page, and you can log in with your credential, username, password. After that, login. The ticket will be displayed here, and you can check the detailed information in Service Manager. Okay, so this is showing SM. And in the conversation tab, you'll find the replies with attachment and pictures and text are synchronized back. Also, these pictures and text files are saved as attachments. Here you can use some keywords like steps to search, to search out the conversation records, which includes the steps. So this is the basic function for the major incident. Also, you can check the incident which are already discussed on Teams before. You can check the latest replies from Service Manager in the conversation tab. After that, if you want to discuss on Teams for this incident, you can click the Discuss on Teams button. It will launch the Teams, and you will be led to this message, and you can reply to it directly. If the message has been injected to the MS Teams after the first time, you can only reply. So here you can have some replies here. After that, you can check those replies are synchronized back again. Here you can use the smart search to search the keywords, and then, for example, VPN, and those incidents which includes the VPN within the conversations record, it will be displayed here. Okay, I think that's all for the major incident demo. And second part is the Teams integration. Agent bot. Agent bot is deployed on MS Teams to directly manage service manager tickets by commands. It also provides IT agent to handle some tickets quickly. And for example, if you need to update or resolve or close the incident, you can use commands to update them in MS Teams by agent bot. Okay, next slide. In this release, we support several commands here like create, get, update, resolve, and close incident. Also, will all provide create an interaction by the agent bot. Okay. In the agent bot in the MS Teams, you can find the snapshot like this. We have the agent bot here, and if you type help, it will list the command and the simplified usage here. For example, get incident and followed by the number and the fields. Okay, I will show it later. Here, if you want to create an incident, you can create an incident. This is command and followed by the description. And after creating successfully, there will have some message here. Then you can check the incident. You can use the get incident with the incident number to check the incident with some valuable fields here. Okay. If you want to update the incident, you can use update ticket with the incident number, and you can update several fields together. And after updated, you can get the incident check as well. If you want to resolve the incident, you can use the resolve incident command, and then it will pop up a dialog to provide the solution here. You can type the solution and use OK. And after that, it can be resolved successfully. You can check the service within Service Manager. The status is updated to resolved, and the solution is updated in the recovery actions here. Okay. So at the final action is the close incident. Here we'll have the options to select a closure code by yourself. You can from the drop-down list to select the solved by workaround, and then OK, it will be closed. Within Service Manager, you will find the status and the phase is updated, and the completion code is also updated. So that's all for the agent bot, the basic commands. Let's have a demo to show the common commands. You'll find the MSM agent bot in MS Teams after deployed. Here you can type help. After this, it will pop up the commands. You'll find these are the commands here, and it know how to use it. For example, you want to create an incident. You can create an incident and followed by descriptions. Cannot access Office network from home. Okay. After that, agent bot will create an incident for you, and there is some information here. You can check the incident. You can get incident with the incident number. It will provide some varied information here, detailed description, title, status, like that. Then you can have the basic information about the ticket. After that, you can update the incident. You can update the incident. For example, if you update the incident with impact and assignee, you can give the value. The impact assignee is the field name. Those is defined in the web service definition file, and it's the and this is here I need to. Sorry, can we go back a little bit? Yes, here you will find the impact and assignee is the caption name which are defined in the web service external file. And for here we have this is incorrect example because you use update incident, but you missed incident number. So for this case, it will pop up a message like the command or parameter is unknown. So you can use help to know how to make it correctly. After that, you can update the incident and followed by the incident number, and then with the field and the value here. After that, and then it will be updated successfully. Okay. Let's continue. Because you updated the ticket, you can search the incident in the service manager to check whether it updated successfully or not in service manager. Then you can search for the incident with the incident number, and you can find the incident coordinator for the assignee is updated and the impact three multiple users updated. So it's great. After that, you can resolve the incident. Here you can resolve incident followed by the incident number. Here it requires you to input a solution here. This is a required field. Here you can type some solution here. For example, there is a workaround and it works. Click OK. You'll find there are some, it will do the validations and same as in the service manager, the subcategory is the required field when you resolve the incident. So if it doesn't have the value, you need to provide a subcategory value before resolve the incident. Here you can update the incident with subcategory before to resolve it. And then you can resolve the incident again. You can resolve incident. Please provide the solution again. Okay, so you can click OK to confirm the solution. And it also be updated to the service manager. After that the incident is resolved, you can double check within the service manager. The status is updated to resolved, and the solution is also updated in the recover action, and also some activities saved in the incident. Here you can find it's updated successfully, then you can close the incident. And then the closure code is required when you close the incident. Here we select the solved by workaround and click OK. Then the incident has been closed. Also, you can search to double check. It's closed. And also we have provided some command like the version for the agent bot. Then you can know which agent bot version is used. So I think that's all for the agent bot demo. And the third part is the virtual agent for Teams integration. And the virtual agent, here is the example that is, ESS user can initiate a Teams conversation with the embedded service manager virtual agent in Microsoft Teams. we can for virtual agent in this release we provide three functions here. The first one is to search knowledge articles. The second one is to submit a ticket by the virtual agent, and the last one is to check a ticket status. Okay. The user scenario, we have a user scenario here. For example, the ESS user is working remotely from home, but there are some VPN connection problems they reported for the issue, and then we can initiate Teams conversation with the virtual agent and report the issue. If there is some existing knowledge articles can refer to, then they can use the steps to solve them issues. Otherwise, they can submit the ticket by the virtual agent. And the last one is to check the ticket status after several days. Okay. From the snapshot, we can find there are the three functions we provide for the virtual agent in MS Teams, and it's a card UI here. Okay. And when you search knowledge, you can search some keywords. For example, this is printer. After that, we can have it will search out some contents. It includes two parts. The first one is the offering. Offering is the service catalog item. You can click this one to order this item or not in the ESS portal. If you want to order this, you can submit a ticket, and otherwise you can go to refer to the articles. The articles are the knowledge articles. You can click them to check the one by one steps is there useful to you. If it's useful to you, the issue was solved. If not, you can go to the next action. If this not solved your issue, you can create a support ticket. Here, the virtual agent will ask you to provide the detailed descriptions for your issues. For example, VPN issue. Then the virtual agent will create the interaction for you, and then the ticket will be created with the brief descriptions, and it will show some variable fields here. Okay. When you also we can check ticket status. It means we can provide the function for you to check the ticket status you reported by yourselves. And the first we can list the open tickets you have submitted in last 30 days. And but also you can input some other tickets number you reported but not listed in here. For example, you can input the serve desk, maybe 1254, those to check the status here. It will list the description and status category, urgency, and impact. Also, you can check the those informations within the tickets which are you reported in the last 13 days. Okay. So let's have a brief demo for this function. We found the Service Manager virtual agent here. You can type a hi greeting to the virtual agent, and the virtual agent will respond to you, hello incident coordinator, and we provide several functions here. You can click one of them, for example, the search knowledge. Here, the virtual agent will ask for some keywords to search. Here, I type the password. Then the virtual agent will provide the most relevant information for you. The first one is offering, the second one articles. For example, I need to check the service catalog item. Here we can log in with the incident coordinator with password. It will lead to the ESS portal for the service catalog ordering page. Then you can decide to submit or not. If you need to submit a ticket, you can input the purpose and the urgency. and some contact and email address. It's the same behavior you did in the ESS portal to submit a catalog. Okay, so after submitted a interaction, a request is generated for you. Then let's back to the virtual agent. If those are not solved your issue, you can click the one of the articles to check, and the articles can help you to solve your issue. For example, this is the knowledge document which I opened in the ESS portal. After that, you can choose is useful or not to you. Here is no, both of all of them are not useful for me. So the virtual agent will ask you, would you like to create a support ticket? Then I need to submit a ticket, then click yes. It will ask you to provide the detailed problems in this issue. Then we can describe my issue, forget my password, and want to reset it. With this, the virtual agent will create a request for you. Your final ticket is created, and the title description is here and have some values. If you still need anything further, you can click yes. Here I click no because my issue is solved. The virtual agent will say bye bye to you. Have a nice day. And after 7 days, if you still need to some actions with the virtual agent, you can type hi, and you can. If now I need to check my ticket status, you can click ticket status. It will list the tickets we reported in last 30 days, which are opened and not solved here, also with the description here. Here we can check the enter ticket ID for this one. We can check the information for this, confirm that this status is categorized. It is still not solved. So this is the check ticket status. So this is the all for the virtual agent. So I think I have done for the Teams integration. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Yana. Next, let's move to the scorecard part. So I will pass to Yolanda, the senior product owner, to give you all the details.
Okay, hello everyone. This is Yolanda from Service Manager team, and I will present to you the scorecard feature in the 971. So in SM971, scorecard feature has some improvements, and we introduced below functionalities. First one is we have a new dashboard page to show overview of session status, license status, and the user information. Another new improvement is that we set the enabled the auto refresh on dashboard page. We also introduced a user information module to display the client type distributions for the current login user. And also we have a bar chart to display the historical data for login users. Then we also provide some alarm or warning on the servlet status when session number exceeds the threshold that system administrators are setting. And also the login license table would also have some warning on that when the login license exceeds the threshold. We also will provide some snapshot and snapshots for the sessions and license and user information. So next we will have some demos. Okay, thank you. So this is scorecard demo. First is about the scorecard dashboard let's first access the scorecard. And in this page, you can see servlet status, license status, and user information. These three cards, the first two servlet status and the license status are provided in the 970, and user information is in the 971 new feature. And this is in each card we have a maximize button, and also when we click on it, and it will also show the detailed information, and there is a minimize button. And also in this page we can drill down to the detailed information. For example, in servlet status, when you click on the SC host 3, there is a when click on the SC host 3, there will be a detailed information appear, and also the drill down you can also drill down to the you can also drill down from the user information pie chart. I think it's too much. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So next one is about the settings. So in this card, we have a settings, and there is a auto refresh button. You can disable or enable it. And you can also set the auto refresh intervals. And then there is auto save the interval for user information snapshots. Default number is 30 minutes. Also, the next is the max number of records that displayed in history of online help user bar chart. And the next one is about is to set the auto served interval for servlet and the license status snapshot. In order to enable the service manager to take the snapshots, we needed to start scorecard scheduler manually. So let's go to the system status and start the scorecard scheduler. Okay. Next one, we are going to introduce the user information module. In this card, user information card, you can see a pie chart. This pie chart shows how many users are logged in, and these users are logging from which client, whether it's from WebTierIndex.do or ESL.do. So you can also drill down from the user information pie chart. Click on the section, and then you can see that in the below user list table, the web client type is already filtered, and these are filtered 3 users that log in from the index.do. In the above, there are 2 charts. The right on the right hand, there is a history of online users bar chart. The numbers that will the bar chart numbers that will display in this chart is controlled by the settings we just set. And if we want to check which users and where did they log in from, we can just click the bar chart, and the client type pie chart will also change. Will also change to that specific time. Next, after we also remove the selected web index do and do a search. Here we listed all the users that currently is logged in. And then we can select one user, KM1, and click on this queue process button. This process will be terminated. And if we refresh it, you can see the user KM1 is not in the table listed already. So the next is about the alarm. This is also set in the scorecard settings. So here you can set the threshold for floating license usage, named license usage, and the session usage. In order to make the demo easier, so we changed the number to a smaller one. And we click save and go back to the scorecard. Let me do a refresh, and you can see that in servlet setters, because used sessions are exceed the threshold of 10%, then the used total sessions are showing in red. Also, you can see in the license status, these numbers are also in red because they exceed the threshold set by the system administrator. These two data can also be shown in the detail page. So access the servlet status, you can see each hosts have the red alert, and in the license table, when we change it to the grid type, the license used also changed. Yeah, that's all for the scorecard. Thank you.
Thank you, Yolanda. Okay, let's move to the technical evolution part. Firstly, about Java 11 support. Starting from Service Manager 971, so we will support Java 11, and at the same time, we'll drop Java 8 support. The components that have Java 11 support are listed in here for your quick reference. Regarding the vendor of Java, the same as before, we support both Oracle and the Zulu OpenJDK Java 11 versions. Note, with the Java 11 support on Service Manager web tier side, IBM WebSphere support is discontinued because the current supported WebSphere version does not support Java 11 through the vendor. So if you are in an earlier version than Service Manager 971, so it will stay on Java 8 support. The next about the high availability support in Service Manager 971. Firstly, so we have developed a solution to support the Postgres high availability based on the Patroni, etcd, and HA proxy. The deployment diagram as illustrated here. For the HA proxy part, it can also be replaced as a hardware load balance like the F5 hardware load balance, which we have tested in-house. The next is about the background servlet high availability support in this release. So now you can deploy several background servlets to process the same tasks in parallel. In case one node is down, the other available nodes will pick up the tasks and continue the processing. Furthermore, there is a monitoring process being added, which can monitor the status of background process, and in case there is any issues happening, email will be sent out for notification. Also, in this release, the documentation of high availability support across different Service Manager components are consolidated into one single page, so it is more easier for you to check the whole solution. As mentioned, so there are many efforts invested on security part in this release. Not only we have updated the third-party libraries to the recent versions, also we have made many enhancements in different areas. Firstly, as a frequently asked area, the OpenID Connect, also known as OIDC, is now supported in Service Manager 971 as a new user authentication approach. Note the new IDM server packaged in 971 will have to be used if your organizations want to leverage this new capability. If you are using Smart Email, now it supports TLS 1.2 protocol when connecting to an email server by using either the IMAPS or POP3S protocol. On another hand, the system now supports OAuth 2.0 authentication with dedicated permissions when using EWS to connect to a mailbox for Smart Email. There is a new security guide target for Service Manager 9.7 version. Has already been posted, so you can have it downloaded when you want to deploy Service Manager in a secure manner. There is one useful enhancement developed on user option definition. So as you can see, now it can fetch data from an external system and have dynamic data displayed when the end users order from a service catalog. On the support metrics side, so now you can see the overall Service Manager 971 support metrics. We have updated the platform version with the recent release from various vendors. So I'm not going to read all the lines one by one. Just one note is about WebSphere support. This is discontinued with the support of Java 11, as I just mentioned. Now, this is about the integration support metrics. You can see all the integrations we support, the counterpart product and its versions that we support with Service Manager 971. From the Service Manager application upgrade side, the upgrade utility in Service Manager 971 can support you upgrade from earliest Service Manager 9.3 version to Service Manager 971. For a better planning of your upgrade project, you can ask for an upgrade assessment from R&D team. So if you need this, please reach to your support representatives. There is one important reminder that I would like to call it out here, which is about Service Manager 9.5 version is going to reach end of committed support by the end of this November. While of course we will advise you go to the newer Service Manager version, either Service Manager 9.6 or 9.7 per your business considerations as early as possible. So if you get some time pressure to finish the upgrade before their timeline, you can consider the extended support plus service. So you would still get R&D support during the migration period. So for the details about extended support plus service, you can reach to your support representative for the details. The last is about the ideas, so which have been covered in this coming release. So thank you all for your active and great contributions to submit ideas in the customer community, which is highly valuable for us to design our product roadmap. So this is all for today's session. So let's move to the Q&A part. Okay, I see there are two questions that have already been answered by my colleagues. Okay, and those two are all about the new Teams integration solution. So are there more questions from your side? Okay, if not, then I'm going to close today's session. Thank you all for your time and joining. Have a nice day. Goodbye.